Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I figured we would try some new Dollar Tree makeup. This is from the Ioni La Dolce Vita collection. Kind of like a Greece or Italy inspired line. And they did have other blushes, which I'll put everything on the screen here. They had another light shifting eyeshadow. They had a bunch of blushes, highlighters, and lip products. I decided to just pick one item from that collection because I have a lot of Dollar Tree makeup as it is. One thing I noticed about the Ioni collections is they tend to have similar blushes and lip products. I do have a few of them, and I think I'm gonna end up doing a Ioni collection video coming up. That way we can review them back to back. But I just feel like they're all like the same. I mean, some of them will be different colors, but they're generally like the same shade. And I just don't want to be like wasting my money on that. I always like to pick up products that are unique to my collection. I have not tried an Ioni eyeshadow, and this looks really pretty. It is a light shifting eyeshadow. So this is a light shifting eyeshadow. This is in the pink and olive color, and it just looks really pretty. There's a little bit of like purple and blue in there too. But before we get into today's video, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the people who have been subscribing to my channel recently. For the entire month of May, I had over 50 new subscribers, which is absolutely crazy. That's like my best month when it comes to new subscribers. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who's been commenting on my videos and subscribing to my channel. That really means a lot to me. And if you are new here, my name is Brittany. I go by the Beauty Bug here on YouTube, and I do makeup tutorials, hauls, and I'm just like obsessed with makeup, beauty, fragrance. So I kind of do a little bit of everything. I'm also on a budget, and I like doing project pans, so you'll be seeing those every now and then on my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and let's go ahead and get into today's video. I'm going to be using the Ioni eyeshadow primer. And because this eyeshadow is a color shifting eyeshadow, I wanted to use an eyeshadow base that's white, so we can get a really good color payoff. I'm going to be using the LA Colors Shadow Stick, and this is in the shade Intuition. And this is just your basic white eyeshadow stick. I really love these eyeshadow sticks for like eye bases whenever I'm wearing super colorful makeup. You can also just wear this as a shadow, but I find them best as an eyeshadow primer. So, or not primer, I meant base. I mean, you could technically use this as a primer as well. Eyeshadow bases are more like for whenever you want to have like an eyeshadow really pop. It just basically makes the eyeshadows vibrant. So we're just gonna blend that in. Ooh, and I'm noticing right now, so this is my first time using the shadow stick and the eye primer together. I'm noticing that my eye is very sticky, which is what you want whenever you apply eyeshadows. So we're gonna go ahead and apply some of this color shifting shadow. Oh, this is beautiful. That's pretty. So I've been seeing other reviews of this product, and it's kind of like a hit or miss for some people. Ooh. This is a very wet eyeshadow. So I normally use my fingers for wet eyeshadows, but for the sake of the video, we're going to be using my eyeshadow brush to kind of pack on the color. So far, I only put on one application. It is a very, very wet eyeshadow. Like, it's really cold to the touch, and it's kind of, it's pretty thin. So I'm not sure yet. It kind of feels like you're just spreading water all over your eye. This may be the wettest eyeshadow I've ever worn, like, in my life. So we're gonna go ahead and use my fan to dry it out a little bit. So honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. It's really thin, but I do like the color. So I think I am going to apply another coat. It takes about 2 minutes for it to fully dry. I would suggest waiting to apply a second coat. Okay, so as I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I do have some heavy balding going on my lid. And I already do not like this. This is like so patchy. Yeah, like what the heck is going on with this eye right here? I don't like this. Honestly, kind of disappointing. I have a super bald spot here. On this side, it's creasing. So I literally applied this eyeshadow twice. This one's kind of creasing badly. And this one right here has like a bald spot. And I just slightly tapped in that eyeshadow, and I just don't like that you can see my bald spot. And I hate to say this, but this is such a fail. I really don't like this product at all. So I honestly don't know how to fix this. I feel like that is like the worst application I've ever experienced with like a Dollar Tree eye product. What I'm gonna do is, I guess this is technically cheating. I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild Chrome highlighter, and because this is also like a color shifting product, I'm just gonna apply some to my eyes, and I don't know what's gonna happen if I do, but we're gonna go ahead and test it out. This is the closest product that I found that kind of matches this eyeshadow. So we're just putting a little bit on. I'm just kind of sweeping that highlighter on the eyelids. Okay. So that added up just the smallest bit of color to the eyes, but there's still like this like bald spot and it's kind of driving me insane. I mean, is it me or like does this look more bald than this one? So you know what? I'm actually going to be completely taking off the eyes right now. This is what it looks like using the LA Colors shadow stick. I really don't like how my eyes look, so we're going to take both of them off and we're going to be testing out another way to wear this. And these wipes are the Walmart brand Neutrogena wipes. I like these because they don't leave any residue at all on the eyelids. I'm going to be using my Amuse Blank Canvas eye primer. And for this application, we are not going to be using the LA Colors shadow stick. Just because I want to see if it was the shadow stick causing the color and not the eyeshadow. And this eye primer is actually not as wet as the Ioni eye primer. Kind of dries into a powder. So on this eye here, I'm going to be applying my Revlon cream shadow. And I'm going to be taking the very last bit of this cream eyeshadow, because this actually matches the Ioni eyeshadow. And I literally have one application left. And I just hit pan on this color. That is my very first pan on my YouTube channel. That's amazing. Yeah, so this cream eyeshadow is very light, but we're literally using every last bit. And I'm just going to kind of rub that in. And then I'm going to be applying the Ioni shadow on top. I feel like I have to close my eye so it doesn't crease when it dries. This takes a while to dry because, like I said, this Ioni eyeshadow is really wet. This eye has just the eye primer, so we're going to be applying some on the top. So this is just with one coat. And I am noticing again a bald spot right here. And then I'm noticing some creasing going on both of the lids. So we're going to be applying another coat. So from afar it looks okay. But this literally just shifted. Like, I literally just witnessed this eyeshadow shift when I rubbed it on. And it collected over here. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. But when I look at myself in the mirror, I am noticing very small clumps. So I was hoping to put on the rest of my makeup and have this tutorial be completely fine. But honestly, I'm gonna have to take it off because this is terrible. And look at what I have going on here. This is like a mess. And I hate to say this because this is such a beautiful color. I mean, when I sit back, you can barely tell it's like balding. But this is not a good product at all. It's just not good. It's like too watery. I think that's what the problem is. And you can kind of see the balding right there. Yeah, it's like just not a good product. And whenever you rub it in, it kind of moves and clumps together. And yeah, this is a complete fail, guys. I'm sorry to say that. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss this because I just can't see myself wearing this. I mean, I don't know, like I would be afraid to wear it as a highlighter. I mean, because it's really pretty, but even if you were to wear it as a highlighter, I don't know. It just wouldn't look good. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter this. This is like an absolute fail. Alright, so I had to reapply my face moisturizer, and I reapplied my eye primer and my shadow stick. And for my eyes today, I'm just going to be using products from my project pan. I'm going to be using my Almay single shadow in the shade 145 Petal. This is a very, very old makeup product. Well, it's not that old. It's like from 2013, 2014, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna do simple eyes today, since I wasn't expecting that to go completely wrong. It's kind of disappointing. I was really hoping I would like that eyeshadow, but sometimes things don't work out, and that's completely okay. I'm just going to be applying that shade all over the lids. Yeah, this is a really old product, but it is still really pretty. I've just been pretty bad at using my project pan items, to be honest. I'm going to be taking this taupe shade, and this is literally like on the brink of being finished. I'm going to apply this to the crease. I have about, I would say 1 to 2 uses left of this. But I think I am probably going to end up using it 100%. I don't normally do this when it comes to project panning. Like when I project panned in the past, like way before my YouTube channel. Sometimes when the eyeshadows get like this, I just kind of discard them. But this shadow, I actually really, really like. And you know what? I don't feel too bad about using this taupe eyeshadow because we have that Beauty Bay palette. And now I have like so many other taupe shades to play around with. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this color as like a crease color, or even like all over the lid. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like a pretty color. So we're going to be taking my fluffy brush, and I'm going to be going in with this shade here and apply that all over the lids. And then I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and this is in the shade, and this is my Lancome palette in the shade Rose Quartz. And I'm just gonna kind of apply this right under where I put that taupe color, so it's directly under the crease. Kind of deepen it out. Doesn't look like I'm applying much, but it adds just like a little bit. And then I am going to go in with that kind of like dark gray shade and put that right here. I'm just kind of blending that in. And lastly, I'm going to be taking my Lancome palette and lip pop and apply this, it's like a pinky orange shade. And this is a shimmer shade. And we're just going to be putting that all over the lids. This one's pretty shimmery, so I'm just using a little bit. And that's all for the look. We're just keeping it simple today. I think it's really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. So I actually went ahead and I applied my primer. The primer that I'm currently using is the AOA Studio Inner Self Color Correcting Primer. This one is supposed to neutralize the redness and even the skin tone. I don't think it actually does that, but it does make my face feel pretty soft. It's not the best primer I've used. I'm just kind of using it up at the moment. And next, we're going to be trying a new foundation from Dollar Tree. This is the Prolux foundation. And I hope this product works out. I haven't seen too many people talk about this brand, so I have no idea how it's gonna go. The thing with foundation is if it doesn't match your skin tone, then you can always fix it. And they had this shade, which is kind of like a neutral-ish shade, and then they have like a really dark shade. So not many color options, but this one's kind of yellowy on me. This is not my shade at all. I mean, it's not super bad, but it's just, yeah, that's not my shade. So this foundation is definitely more mattifying. I mean, it does sink into the skin pretty well. Which I do like. But this is just what the shade looks like, and this is in the shade Bisque. I feel like if it was just literally a shade lighter, then this would have been perfect. But I am going to be wearing my regular foundation, but I'm going to apply a very little bit because this isn't super far off. See, I added just a very little bit of my regular foundation, and this looks pretty good. Still on the yellowy-ish side, but that's not bad, honestly. Next, I'm going to be applying the Prolux powder. This is the matte setting powder, and this is in the shade Honey. And this powder I actually really like. It does a really nice job mattifying that foundation. And it's the perfect setting powder. Alright, so we finished the rest of the makeup. This is what it looks like. So for my eyeliner, I just use my basic Wet n Wild black eyeliner. For my lashes, I use my Maybelline Bubble Mascara. For my bronzer, I just use my Project Pan bronzer in Bronzilla. And then for my cheeks, I am wearing my Lancome Aplum blush. And I just put a little bit of blush, just to kind of keep it light, keep it simple. And then for my highlighter, I use my AOA Studio Highlighter. And then lastly, for my lips, I use the I Like Colors Auto Lip Liner in the shade Always, and I used that to line the lips, and then over that I applied my NYX Duck Plump. And I really like how it turned out. It's really pretty. I'm actually going to be recreating this eye look again because I don't know, I really like it. I think it's simple. I think it's pretty. This makeup tutorial wasn't as like exciting. I was really hoping this eyeshadow would work out, but unfortunately it did not. This Prolux foundation is really beautiful. I did feel like it mattified my skin before putting on my regular foundation. Unfortunately, it's not really my color, but I am going to keep this and use it. I feel like it actually works perfectly when I blend it with my other foundation. And then, of course, I have used this on my channel before. I applied the Prolux setting powder. It does make my face look mattified, and I really love it. I mean, literally for like $3, this is a pretty good deal. If I were to rate these products, honestly, it's a 10 out of 10. If you're on a budget and you want something really cheap for $1.25, definitely snag this up. They do offer 3 shades, and I do see this shade in Bisque most of the time, and then they also have a really light shade and then a really dark shade. You could grab all 3 and maybe make your own foundation, but yeah, this is a great product. And I was nervous to try it on after that eyeshadow fail, but this is amazing, and I'm really glad that it turned out good. So let me know in the comments down below if you have tried any of these products that I showed in the video. And you know what? If you did try this out and it worked for you, please let me know if you did anything different, or let me know if you tried this and didn't like it, as well as the foundation. I really want to know your thoughts as well. So make sure you are kind to yourself. Make sure you drink your water today. Make sure you go hug your animals. Make sure you're kind to people. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.